Okay?
Yep.
As a fan of your teams, do you prefer being the favorite or the underdog in general?
I like being the favorite. I'm not scared of that smoke. I like when the rest of the league is gunning for me. I like that me against the world mentality. Yeah, I like being the top dog. I want to be the top dog. The underdog role, I get it. Oh, we want to sneak up on people and, we want to just upset the apple cart.
Like the 2010 Giants.
Yeah, that was fun. I didn't expect it. That was cool. It was cool to be underdogs in that. But by the time they started rolling, it was like, oh, this pitching's too much.
What hit harder for you? The 2015, it was the first championship for most of us. The 2015 Warrior Championship or the Durant ones?
Well, the 2014-15 one will always be special in our hearts because it was the first.
Yeah.
It was the first time.
We felt like underdogs.
We all remember our first time riding a bike. We all remember our first time driving a car. We all remember our first time, our first kiss, right? We remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
First date, first time we ever ate some crab or, I'm spitballing here, but 2014-15 will always hit harder because it was the first time they won a championship in 40 years.
I did love the Durant years, though. I know a lot of people didn't. I loved them.
I loved them. By the way, King of the Hill's coming up is going to be my top 7 Oakland teams of all time or teams that play in Oakland, California. But the 2014-15 one was special because we never expected the Warriors to win in this region. We're like, wait a minute. The Warriors are champs, and I'll never forget sitting back at home. I didn't even go out that night because I just wanted to watch them celebrate.
Yeah.
Curry didn't know how to pop champagne. They didn't know what was going on. It's like, wait, we have a Larry? Sean Livingston sitting there looking at Barbosa like, can you believe this?
Yeah, it's different than Will Clark at like 25 years old. I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Right.
Like, Will, you've been here for 5 minutes.
Right.
That's probably one of my favorite videos of all time. No, but B, it is interesting how, like, a lot of people are like, Niners run a 3-game losing streak and the sky was falling. They win 1 game against Jacksonville and everyone loses their mind. Yeah, so did the betting world. Like, the people that actually bet on these things think that after beating Jacksonville, the Niners are back on track. No, I'm sure there's much more nuance that goes into the data of why they become favorites to come out of the NFC. I still have Philly ahead of them, me personally.
Yeah.
My
to be
personal
the man,
record book.
Well, to be the man, you have to beat the man.
Yes.
And so December 3rd, we'll find out if the Niners are better than Philadelphia.
But I think this weekend is an interesting tidbit because you cannot look ahead to Seattle. You cannot look ahead to the Philly game. And this team has talked about, I think they kind of felt themselves. Fred Warner addressed it. Bosa has addressed it now this week. Like, hey, we were kind of listening to how great we were, and we lost our eye a little on the target. Not that we got too arrogant or whatever, but we kind of got ahead of ourselves. And I really hope that after beating Jacksonville, they can stay on target and let's just accomplish what they need to accomplish against Tampa Bay, make them one-dimensional, run the ball down their throat, set up the passing game through the play action, do all of the motion that they've been doing all year, and just go out and handle business against Tampa Bay. This is not a win by 30 game. This is a just win and get yourself right for this big divisional matchup against Seattle.
Well, I think Seattle's going to be the team that's going to struggle against the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium because division games, my theory, division games are always different. So I'll worry about the Seahawks maybe looking ahead to the Niners, and they're in the division game. The Rams are desperate with Matt Stafford back, and that's always been a tough game. Remember the first game of the season, the LA Rams went up to Seattle, traveled up to Seattle, and shocked everybody.
It's true.
Knocked a lot of people out their survivor pools when Seattle got their butts kicked. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't pass the ball. They couldn't run the ball. Sound like Jim Morris Sr. here. Couldn't do diddly squat. The Niners, they've been here before. They know what time it is. They know what November means. They know what Thanksgiving means. They know what December means. They know what this type of football is all about. So I don't anticipate the Niners. Look, they just lost 3 games in a row. They had a bye week to recalibrate everything. They have Chase Young here. It's time to now be at their peak form again. And Peter King said this on Willard or Dibs the other day. The Niners' peak was better than anybody's peak this season in the NFL. And that was very interesting to me. It was like, wow. The way they were just blasting teams. So I'm not worried about the Niners looking past.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I mean, Peter King said it, not me. Right. I don't know if I agree with that or not.
I think I do agree with that.
But nor do I care about that. At that, to be honest,
I think he's right.
He might be right about that. But I don't anticipate them looking ahead or looking past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No.
They need to stack wins. They need to get healthy.
Yes.
But also, they need to put together some good performances here because, again, they didn't win a game for over a calendar month. So I don't think they have – they're not the team right now to be looking ahead. They see a great opportunity. Wait a minute. If we win And if Philadelphia slips up at Kansas City, now Philadelphia can win that game and there's still 2 games behind them. But if Philadelphia slips up, it's like, boy, we can win this game. Okay, now we're still on pace with the Lions. We're still right there with Philadelphia. And if we could beat Philadelphia in a couple weeks after beating up on Seattle on Thanksgiving, we're right back in the conversation for home field advantage.
And the good thing is it'll come down to time. If again, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but if, let's say you finish with the same record as Philly and you've beaten them and a couple of your losses are in the AFC, it's not the worst thing.
No, you get that tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing.
Head.
The other thing that you referenced Chase Young there, I'm very interested to see if he can sustain what we saw last week, because I think it's easy to come in and make a quick, exciting jump up and everybody gets a jolt and a bump. What do you look like in week 2, in week 3, in week 4, week 5 in a system? We knew McCaffrey was the real deal because that second week that he was there, that was the week he threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, received for a touchdown, heading into the bye week. And it was like, oh, he's next level. So I'm really interested to see Chase Young this week when a team has got a little film on what the Niners have done and how they adjust.
Well, also, Chase Young just needs to be consistent because he hasn't been consistent throughout the course of his NFL career.
Yeah.
So now you have a great opportunity in this system with your best friend or one of your good friends, Nick Bosa, on the other side. And you're getting all the reps here. Drake Jackson's on IR. We may not see Drake Jackson again this season. He may be the new Anthony Davis on the 49ers where he's just in street clothes. It is what it is. He had plenty of opportunities to go out there and shine.
You're going to go Jalen Hurd on me.
Jalen Hurd. You want to go? Who else do you want to go?
D Ford.
Oh my gosh, D Ford. D Ford is actually good when he was on the field, but he's got a great opportunity here. Get some. This offensive line is not that good in my opinion.
They should feast.
Tampa Bay, but then really the spotlight's going to come on him over the next month. Number one, he wants to get paid. So if you want to get paid, these next 8 games where you have a chance to really make an impact on a top flight team, all eyes are on Chase Young.
No doubt. And the other element of this game that really worries me, Mike Evans is a big physical receiver. This is going to be a really good matchup and a precursor to A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf, who they're going to have to face over the next 3 weeks. Like, this is the kind of big-bodied physical receiver who wants to get downfield. Like this Charvarius Ward, let's go. Let's see this. Let's see what Demo looks like.
Ward played well last week.
What's that?
I thought Ward played well last week.
Yeah, he did. He had a really nice breakup in the end zone.
He did play well, but Mike Evans is a baller. And Mike Evans, we had T.J. Reeves on yesterday. I forgot about the 75-yard touchdown pass to Brady that Brady threw to Mike Evans that got called back with a holding call.
I remember that.
Flipped the game. It was a beautiful throw and
team.
catch. I was like, damn, look at this throw. Look at Brady. And it, boop, boop, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
I've realized, how you are with betting where something happens and it triggers you forever because you bet on the game. That's what happens with me in fantasy. That's why I'm a terrible fantasy owner, because a player will do something and I'll never forget it, and then he's undraftable on my board.
Yeah, listen.
And it ruins me.
I'm kind of like that too, which is why my fantasy baseball team at Guru won the championship, because I had Ozuna, I had J-Rod, I had Trey Turner. Guru won the league. I couldn't believe it.
I would run around this studio naked.
But you know what?
What?
But you know what?
What was that in reference to?
Knowing Guru the way I know Guru, there's no doubt Denny Freisinger. There's no doubt 49er Frankie. There's no doubt all the fantasy baseball nerds, Guru tapped in with them every single day. They probably set his lineup for him. So I don't know how much of it was on Guru.
Fair.
Oh, it's very fair.
How much money did he win?
Because it's very true.
A good amount?
He got like $900, $1,000, something like that. We got a big money league. We play for big keeps, big stakes. And guys want to raise the money, but some guys don't pay on time.
So not big money these
days. Not in the Bay Area. Not in the Bay Area, but for some people who live check to check, you know what I'm saying? I'm not scoffing at $1,000. I won't.
No, I'll take it.
I'll take it all day long.
But if you say it too loud, your wife might want to get a cut.
No, she's not getting a cut with FedEx.
Yeah.
She's not mine.
You reap what you sow, brother.
She'll get a nice dinner for the winnings.
We've got to name that wrestling character right there.
We'll get a nice dinner.
Hey, I'm Mean Gene Okerlund, and I'm talking with the devastation of death right now. And what do you have to say for your opponent at Halloween Havoc?
You reap what you sow, brother. I'm so upset. We're a 43-win team, dude.
I'm telling you.
By the way, who's more upset right now? I don't even want to say this.
Who?
I'm not even going to say this.
We'll say it.
But Nick in San Jose, or did you see? So we do the crossovers with Khalid Azavuki and Bob Fitzgerald. And Bob Fitzgerald looked like he was about to ask somebody out. He had the all-black suit on with the silver tie.
Was he fighting for his life like Mark Jackson, Game 7?
Size matters.
I'll never forget that when he wore the all-black suit with the black shirt. Like he goes, I'm going to a funeral.
Fitz
fighting
wore
for my life.
Fitz wore something like that, like he was about to whack somebody. He needs to win.
If I hear I love you, Fitz. I can't believe they're shooting 73% from the field. I can.
No.
They're getting wide open looks.
Well, actually, I can't believe they just started cooking from the three-point line. Isaiah Joe, no, I could not believe that he went 7-7.
Well, every time Isaiah Joe plays the Warriors, he hits, though.
Yeah.
He does. Now, the other guy, Wallace, you even said it in postgame. I never even heard of this guy.
He
we
was
just
everywhere.
watched Oklahoma City.
He was everywhere.
Like, we just played them. I don't even know who this guy is.
Mark Daignault and company, man. Oklahoma City. These young teams, they're arriving.
Isaiah
the real
Joe
deal.
is a better Anthony Morrow. He's hitting everything. That goes way back in the time machine.
I remember I saw
name I've not heard
Anthony Morrow.
in a
was the
long
man.
time.
quick little Anthony Morrow story.
I love
working at Cobb's Comedy Club. So it was Anthony Morrow, Anthony Randolph.
Oh.
There was a couple other
All
Warriors.
the Anthonys.
A couple other Warriors, right?
There's
And I was
so many of them.
And I go, hey, Anthony. I said, come on, man. We go get it done this year, playoffs, man. And he kind of like slapped me on my chest. I got you, little man. We got
No,
you.
he did not.
We got you. He's called me little man. Well, I was working at Cobb's Comedy Club. I'm
You're like the same
6'3".
height as him.
Right. No, he was 6'7". He was tall.
Was he that big?
Don't even trip, little man. We got you.
I know
Let's
he
go
played
get
with
it here.
OKC afterwards.
Yeah, he did. And he too. So he was on the OKC team
Yes.
that lost in the Western Conference
Yes.
Finals to the Warriors. And I used to always go in the visiting locker room.
Did
That
you
was
hit
my
him with the
job.
little man afterwards?
No, I didn't. But he wore the skinniest of skinny jeans. I'll never forget that.
Really?
I was like, damn, how can you walk in those? As Jay-Z said, can't wear skinny jeans because my knocks don't fit. I don't know how these guys pull it off.
Well, I'm a slim, not a skinny fit.
Yeah,
the skinnies are just too.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Well, the worst look to me is the skinny jeans while sagging.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
stupid.
dog, pick one.
That's stupid.
You can't do both. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no doubt. The great
It's called the
Jay-Z
skinny
said it.
sag.
Huh? What do you say?
What?
It's called the skinny sag.
Skinny sag? Oh, well, I'm on Jay-Z's hype, man. Can't wear skinny jeans because my knocks don't fit. Nick and Berkeley, what's happening?